Hi, this is Professor Crumpton. I want to take a few moments to introduce myself to you, to welcome you to the course that's going to begin on Monday, June 8th, and to offer some tips for success so that you can do everything you need to do to prepare in this week, because 8 weeks will go very quickly once we get started. So for those of you I have not had the pleasure of meeting face to face or in one of my previous online classes, I teach in the business department and I teach both business and management courses. I teach face to face classes and I'm sure they will be offered again sooner than we think. And I also teach online courses, which is, of course, what we are going to be doing this summer. I've been teaching at Sacramento City College now since 2008. Before that, I ran a mortgage company for about 12 years here in the Sacramento area. I spent most of my early working career in the United States Army. I grew up in the Bronx in New York City, joined the Army on my 19th birthday, and I did that so I could get an education and so I could get a good job because there was nothing happening um, on the streets of New York City. So teaching is my life's passion, and I look forward to learning with you and working with you. That's a little bit about me. You'll know more about me as the course progresses, and I'm looking forward to learning as much about you as I can in 8 weeks. And we'll talk more certainly online when we get started next Monday. Between now and then, I just want to offer some comments and about the course and about preparing for the course. First, let me say this. I hope and trust that you and those you love are doing everything you can to stay healthy in this COVID-19 environment. Don't take your health for granted. As the country and our state reopens, stay vigilant. Do the kinds of things that do not defy your sensibilities. Wear a face covering, wash your hands, keep your social distancing, and all of that. And if, like me, you are outraged by the murder of George Floyd and all of the other incidents that be happening in our country, and you are seeing and experiencing this time of civil unrest, I encourage you to stay encouraged, to be hopeful, and to continue with your academic goals so that you could be part of the positive change that is so desperately needed in this country and in this world. Now let me talk a little bit about the course. The course will be fast. It's normally offered in a 16-week semester, but you're going to be taking an 18-week semester. And guess what? The workload is the same. As a matter of fact, it is a bit more intense because what you would normally be doing in 16 weeks, you'll be expected to do in 8 weeks. So to give you an idea of what I mean by that is that imagine covering 2 chapters a week and the assignments that go with that, right? Quizzes and discussions and homework assignments. I guess every assignment is a homework assignment, right? But learning assignments that accompany that. So you need to prepare yourself for that and prepare yourself to be successful. And so to do that, it starts right now. Preparation starts right now. If you wait till next Monday to get ready, it will be too late. What's the most important thing you think you need to do to prepare? The most important thing, more important than anything else. Well, if you didn't say to prepare yourself mentally, then I think you missed the mark because I think that's the most important thing for you to do and for me to do. Right? For me, the most important thing for me to do is prepare to be engaged with you for the next 8 weeks and to clear my schedule for anything that distracts from that. That doesn't mean, of course, that life won't go on and we won't have obligations that we have to attend to. It doesn't mean that at all. But it does mean that we create a schedule that maintains the balance we need to get our work life accomplished and our academic life accomplished. So the first thing I want to encourage you to do, if you haven't done it already, is to spend some quiet time with you, to just review your goals and get your mindset that the next 8 weeks, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be successful in this course, that I enrolled in this course and I intend to be successful. And once you decide that, the rest is easy. The rest is just the doing of it. So now that you've decided it, the next thing I want to suggest that you do is create time and space to make it happen. Time means that you've looked at your schedule and you have not forced it in. For those of you who are working or raising children or have family obligations, you already know what your load is. So where will this go? What will, sometimes something has to leave, right? You have to stop doing something so that you can do this. So I encourage you to look at your schedule and decide how you will make this a priority and create that time. I recommend putting it on a schedule, a daily schedule that says from this hour to this hour, This is what I do. How much time will you need to invest in this course? I recommend at least a minimum of 10 hours. For some of you, it'll be longer. I doubt for any of you that it will be less. So 10 hours a week. I don't know how many courses you're taking, but that is, that's the average for most courses. Imagine if you were coming to class, face-to-face class, you'd be coming for an hour and a half twice a week. That's 3 hours. And you need 3 times that amount of time for study and assignments. So 10 hours a week minimum, that's what's required. And for those of you who've been in online classes where you just had to go online once or twice a week, it will not work that way in my classes. You will be online at least 3 to 4 times a week. So please plan for that. I don't want you to have any surprises. I want you to be totally successful because one, I know you want to be. And two, I know you're totally capable of achieving the highest academic goal you set for yourself. You'll astonish yourself if you prepare and really put your mind to it and create the time and space to do the things you need to do. Okay, so we've decided we're going to be successful. We created time and space to do that. We also created a schedule to help us to do that. The next thing I would encourage you to do is to inform your friends and your family that this is what you're going to be doing for 8 weeks, so that they're there to support you, that they're not distracting you by inviting you to come to places that they know you can't go or to do things they know you can't do, that they are supporting you. People who care about you want your success as much as you want your success. So allow them to help you by first informing them that you'll be doing this for the next 8 weeks. Okay, now we've got a strong foundation and we're almost ready to go. What's the next thing to do? You got to get your resources together. You know it's an online class? You need reliable internet connection. Reliable. You need a reliable computer. You also need a place where you know that it's going to stay reliable and free of distractions. What I mean by that is, I don't know what your home environment is, but it may be that you need to go to maybe a library. I'm not sure. I think libraries have reopened. There are some coffee shops that have reopened or a quiet place in the park. You have to look around in your environment and say, when can I get this done with the resources I needed? This is an online class, right? And so I want you to make sure that you have a reliable online internet connection and you have the reliable technology that you need. You don't need anything fancy, right? But you're going to need access, obviously, to the internet, and you're going to need access to word processing programs that you can prepare documents and do your assignments. All right, and the textbook. A couple of you have called me about the textbook, and I've asked you to wait until I have been able to send this welcome. And you will discover in the 3-page welcome letter that am sending you along with this video that there are detailed instructions about the textbook. And I offer some places where you can either buy or rent the textbook. So do whatever is most affordable for you. But here's the most important thing about the textbook. Get it. When? Before the class starts. When will you need it? Day one. You'll need it. Well, let me say week one. You may not need it on Monday, but you'll be in it by Tuesday. So get the textbook. Figure out, what's the best purchasing option for you. Don't wait late and then say to me, Professor Crumpton, I can't get started because I'm still waiting for my textbook. I'm sending you this message early so that you can be prepared because I want you to be successful. Okay? All right, so I think that's all I have for now. Again, my name is Professor Crumpton, and I am looking forward to being your instructor, to encourage you and doing everything I can to propel you across the finish line. See you there. Bye-bye.